Jinoo, spreading like crazy, right? Everybody's getting infected. There are too many of them to control. So now at this point, they have to run themselves. They have to flee. My boy Sullivan let a few off into the crowd, and your boy Samuels is hightailing. He pushing people out the way to get up through. So I don't know what that says about your boy Samuels, but hey, it is what it is, I guess. Blink heads out into the fray. She feels like she's just wasting her time sitting in there waiting for Enoch to get back. So she starts in on the Jinoo outside. Berg is now politicking with Maeda. Might as well let me go ahead and get up. But key part here, Berg has his faculties back.
Yes.
He can control his mind again. Showing you another key difference in between being infected as a Jinoo with a clean soul as opposed to having an already infected one. Right? They're making that very definitive.
Real quick, remember when they said they might change back?
Yeah.
So the thing is, what I'm looking at is like, I can give you this cure, this root to heal you temporarily from your hatred, but you're gonna have to heal yourself from your hatred.
Yeah.
If not, you're gonna turn back into a monster.
Berg, he has a line in here that I wanted to mention. I thought it was important. I implore you, we cannot lose more of the family. We cannot repeat the tragedies of 1919. I'm guessing he's speaking about the loss of Blink and Cullen's parents. So that's going to continue to be a sticking point, it seems, for this story, is that some tragedy fell upon them in 1919 that ultimately they ended up blaming Enoch for.
Right.
Cullen and Blink suffer from it, and Berg ultimately probably ends up feeling responsible to some sort of degree. So everybody has a role to play or a piece of the pie to take in that, the struggle there of whatever happened there in 1919.
Yes, yeah.
Berg busts out, get some good shots of Maeda and Blink lining up. I would love to see that in live action. I won't stop saying it. Would love to see. I don't even know who you would get to play Maeda in real life.
Regina King.
We're gonna have to think about that one.
Regina King.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. I had to think about it for 2 seconds. Yes, Regina King. I always get Regina King and Regina Hall mixed up, so that's why I had to think about it. I'm like, wait, which one is that?
Watch this. Regina King is old enough to the point where, watch this, she could be the if we wanted to recast and everything, because I don't want to put old age makeup on Regina King. She's a beautiful woman. I'd rather do it where like the person that's lost is her sister. You know what I'm saying? So we can keep the age back.
Retcon it a little bit, yeah.
You know, it's the sister and it's her daughter. That's Blink would be her sister's daughter, her lost sister's daughter.
Okay, cool.
So all right. We still got that. I'm protecting you because you're my niece. But man, get Regina King in here, man.
We got Uncle Enoch and Cullen pulling up with the Eekers, whole squad, attacking all the Jinoo, trying to clear a path, trying to clear some of this out, and Bird Monster's back.
Yeah.
Knocks them clean off with the meanest spear I've ever seen.
Yes.
Would put Goldberg to shame.
Roman Reigns, Edge, everybody.
Yeah, for sure. The meanest spear. So Enoch's down.
The Eeks are putting hands on the bird creature.
The Eeks are putting hands on the bird creature. They're fighting back, man. They don't play. So I wonder why it's probably just because they were attacked, right? Like that, because they've already established that the Nightsdale and Sylvester are not turning into Jinoo, right? There's something else. So I wonder if they swarmed like that just because they are being attacked, probably not just because they hate Jinoo.
I don't know. Listen, the Eek with the optic lens,
yeah.
The Eek with I don't know. I'm like, so y'all got robot parts? Or y'all like semi-intelligent? I don't know. I got questions. I don't know. I'm gonna come back later on and look at them. I don't know. But
yeah, your boy Enoch looked like he just been sitting in the house doing all kind of crazy stuff with these Eeks. Exactly. I can't even imagine. Cullen gets some shots off into the bird monster, Miss Nightsdale. It does seem to subdue her, but she gets away as Cullen helps Enoch. Now, Cullen does purify another soul in the midst of him fighting Nightsdale. So they pick him up and they try to get him back over to Maeda's to get him taken care of to see if there's anything else they need to do to cleanse him. So it seems like outside of the store, they've gotten everything cleared out, at least, with the attacks from the Junos, but there are still people who have been injured, people who have been hurt, right? It seems like the Sangeryes place is a place of healing, right? People will probably end up going there before they go to the doctor in 1924. So whole community's been ransacked. We got broken legs, broken arms, broken ribs. People need to be healed. There's one place that they know that they can go to be safe, and that's the Sangeryes.
But I'm curious though. So we flip Sangeryes, Monetta, and the person that she has that's in the chair. Now, notice the way the color colored in. So my question is that when the not the East, but when the demons attack the neighborhood, the Jinos, when they attack the neighborhood, is it that when a Jinoo attacks me and you, if you and I are already mad at them, we succumb to it too? Because I'm trying to figure out who is this she got in the chair. That's changing.
So yeah. On the next one, I think that's one of the civilians that came in after he got hurt. Maybe they didn't realize that he was infected quick enough.
Right, but is he black, white? Because how is he affected? You see what I'm saying? Is he affected from a place of hatred, or is he affected from a place of, I'm mad about the hatred? Because he's in her facility, so I'm like, okay. And
it wasn't a gradual thing like when Berg.
Yeah,
when Berg was infected. Berg, it happened slow, and then he got his faculties back. This guy snapped immediately.
Right.
So sticking with what you said though, regardless of whether or not he's black or white, we should be looking into it. Okay, is his soul tainted or not?
Right. There you go. Because I'm looking you in Mount Eddie's place. She feel comfortable with you being there. You feel comfortable being there. So there's no racism in the connection between the two. This is love. She's trying to help him, but he's still afflicted.
Yep. So for sure.
Even the guy with Enoch and Cullen, he looked black.
He's black. Now he's black for sure.
So he was affected as well until Cullen shot him. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot going on here. It's almost like
it's hard to figure out. It's like they define differences in certain instances. Yes. But then now it's just it's kind of messing together. You're right.
I think what it is that if me and you were racially assaulted and the anger from that racism, we succumb to it and we get bit by one of these creatures, this is what we turn into.
Yeah. Okay.
Cullen didn't get bit by a racist, not Cullen. Ford didn't get bit by a racist white person. Cullen was infected by a black person who was mad about racism. Okay. So that's when he changed. He still had his faculties. We asking, how was Berg able to maintain his faculty? Because Berg, at the end of the day, is a decent person. He is bothered by racism, but racism hasn't turned him into a hateful person.
So then, is it the more hate you take in, be it by way of your own doing or others, is the level of affectedness that your soul is having, I guess, right? That's the level of evil that's on your soul that determines how far you are into this Juno rabbit hole.
That's just my opinion, because it's like you looked into the abyss looked back. Did it change you, or did you largely remain unaffected? Berg fights the Jinoo, and we looking at how this book has been playing out for a long period of time, his family. But he's still, for the most part, been able to maintain a pure soul. Samuel and his Sylvester, I think it's Sylvester and his wife couldn't say that. They were actually murdered in Tulsa.
Yeah.
So,
Cullen, Enoch, and the civilian that they picked up, that they purified, run back into Sylvester. He's got a crew, right? Bird Lady is back. Are these more Juno? Or has he recruited more people to his cause?
Recruited.
I would say recruited is a little bit more likely as well.
Recruited, and the reason why I say that is because Sylvester has no love for the Jinoo.
He does not.
He does not.
They're fighting against them.
Exactly. And so I'm of the mindset that these are more brothers and sisters that are afflicted either through Sylvester or through their interaction with a Jinoo.
Yeah, absolutely. He makes mention of a couple things we mentioned already in this video. Red Summer, the Tulsa riots.
Yes.
He actually tells Cullen that he lost his entire family in the well, I guess with the exception of Miss Nicedale, in the Tulsa riots. And then as he's laying there in the rubble of all the destruction around him, of his loss, of his pain and grief, all of that sits there and ferments, and he becomes what he is now. So it is interesting, right? For on two different levels. With the pain and trauma that he went through, and how it ended up molding him a certain way.
Yes.
And then also, if you take a step back and look at it, the Jinoo, by and large, at least what we've seen so far in the book, are the affected souls, the quote unquote bad people. Well, Sylvester did a lot of these things to himself to fight those souls. So he's a hero in somebody's story.
Yes.
Imagine being a child watching him fight the people that you just watched kill your parents.
Right.
He's a hero to you.
I think the thing would be, and I hate to say this, but it's almost like how we look at how we play off Black Panther, Killmonger, T'Challa. The author is, I got the Sangeryes over here.
Yeah.
And I got Sylvester right here. And then I got the Jinoos right here.
Yeah.
I think Sylvester, where he went wrong is, and we saw it in the first issue with Miss Nightingale, doesn't mind harming his own to get justice for what happened to him. Well, if you don't mind harming your own, how are you any different than the person who harmed you?
And you lose sight of that when you put hate first.
Exactly. So I think
that's what it is.
We're looking at here with Sylvester and Miss Nightingale.
Taking a peek back into the Sangeryes' home, it looks like your boy Samuels has finally made his way into the house after getting beat up and ran off. He ain't got nowhere else to go. Look where he ended up.
Right.
Tail tucked between his legs. He's calling for Ma Etta's help as the newly transformed Jinoo is raging out of the chair, and Ma Etta's not having it. She not having it. She was being patient with you when you was sitting down. She was trying to work with you, but now you attacking. So she's about to show you why she's the leader of this family real fast. And I love the fighting parts with Ma Etta, because it honestly looks like, okay, Blink is a little bit more virile.
Yes.
She's younger, probably faster. But I would venture to bet that Ma Etta could probably get Blink up out of here with some ease.
Listen, with the white locks.
No, it's so hard. I can't wait to see it on TV.
She said, "I'm sorry it had to come to this whole thing."
Come on here to Ma Etta.
Listen, I got Storm Aurora Callisto vibes when she put hands on Callisto. She had
hey.
Come on. I'm gonna give you what you're looking for real quick. So, yeah, I got Aurora Monroe vibes when she put hands on, but I did.
For sure. So now they dispense with, or Ma Etta dispenses with them quick, fast, in a hurry. Just as it looks like they're about to be overran by the Jinoos that are coming from the outside, guess who steps in? It's your old big brother Ford. Right? Shows up with him and Billy Ray and that big old purple gun. First of all, with Ford pulling back up, what do you think happens? Because it doesn't necessarily show its face in these next couple of issues. So I think it's something that we can speculate on until we get to the next one. What do you think the power struggle is going to be? Because I said earlier on that I felt like Blink was going to be the heir apparent. It kind of muddies that up when you introduce Ford back into the situation. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. Go ahead.
First of all, they gotta tell me how Ford got from Mississippi to Harlem, New York.
Like 2 hours. It was light outside in Mississippi.
Before we talk about anything else, bro, you was just down in Mississippi. Now, unless somebody can explain the time frame to me, I don't know, bro.
What kind of truck was you driving? What He had the only rocket fuel on the planet in 1924. He had all of it, and he put it in the tank. Like, how in the hell did nobody ask either? Like, where you come from? How you get here?
Like, damn, same day, bro. That's over 12 hours, bro. You did that in a matter. You ain't wasting no time getting there.
But he does seem to have a little bit more information as to what's going on in Harlem right now. They're looking for something. They're looking for some sort of gateway.
I think he touched on that when they killed the monster.
The clan leader. Right. You're right. We talked about that. They got the rash of Junos coming out of there. You're right.
But to your point, when you say about the power struggle, the power structure, how it's set up.
Yeah. I
think if I'm looking at this and I compare it to all the other stories and everything like that, if we just stay right here in this issue, this is issue 4, Win. If we still stay right here in issue 4, I would be of the mindset that 4 would be the Obi-Wan Kenobi to Blink's Luke Skywalker.
Okay.
I would look at it that way because she still has to learn the ropes. He's learned them. He don't necessarily want to do this anymore, because he's gonna have he's violent to her. He needs somebody else younger up under him. He got Billy Ray. I don't think you really trusting this with Billy Ray.
No,
So,
he's not passing the reins to Billy Ray.
I see it more so along the lines is that she would be the one training Blink to take over, because she would be the one that she would have his traits and my other traits. So she would make the best of both worlds. But yeah, that's what I would think anyway.
Okay. I mean, I see it being an issue if he stays. We got to see if he even want to stay after they handle this situation. So, quick look at Cullen and Enoch facing off with Sylvester. This seems to be the gateway that Ford and Ray are talking about. Couple huge monsters peering their way through, screaming freedom. Don't know how to feel about that.
Right.
But he's unleashing them on the place. And Cullen, man, as much growing as he has to do, the boy's fearless. He's fearless. He's trying to match the level of bravery that he sees from his older sibling, from his grandmother, from his older cousin. He's trying to match that level of intensity. And
there's some character growth, some pleasant character growth between where Cullen was as a character in the first issue, like, man, get this cat off of me, to, oh no, I got it. Let me go put hands on him. I got you.
Yeah, right. Easy. He running. He eager to do it. Enoch, I'm starting to wonder why they called this man. He ain't using no technology. He ain't got no tricks up his sleeve. He just keep falling down. He pissing me off, actually. He's making me mad. Because all he doing is falling down so far. They done went all the way across town to grab you. Cullen didn't even have to be out here.
Right.
He didn't even have to be out here with all this.
Enoch is doing more than Enoch is doing.
Right, for sure. Yeah, he's disappointing me right now. Maybe he's just the brains of the operation. But through the struggle, as Cullen is trying to subdue one of the monsters, something pierced through the void and pulls him in. And that's the end of issue 4. You get a quick shot of Enoch here in just utter despair. Like he sees it happening all over again. Something that they've been blaming him for, for 5 years over the loss of his sister.
Right.
And now her child is entering the same fate while he's sitting right there. Like that's deep.
I can see where that would be traumatized. I really, really could.
Yeah, man, absolutely. We're gonna keep it on going here, man. We only got one more issue left, so